Hey guys, it's Debbie. Today I'm going to go through showing you our LG dishwasher. It's about 2 years old and we love it. So just going to be going through the user manual, but no, you don't have to read this. I'm going to show you the features and functions of all the buttons so you know exactly how to use it best for your lifestyle in your household. Keep watching. Hey guys, so sitting in front of our awesome dishwasher. It's an LG dark stainless steel or black stainless steel, something like that. It has been really awesome for us because there's a lot of different ways you can run the dishwasher based on your needs. If you were hosting and you've got a lot of heavy duty cleaning to do, or you just threw in a half a load, you can run that too. So I will be going through all of those features and showing you the different buttons that you need to push and then how to access the extra functions. But I'll also give you a ton of tips that we use to keep this dishwasher running perfectly. But I wanted to show you first what a typical load looks like for us. We're terrible. We have a lot of dishes because we've been staying at home. I'm sure as a lot of you as well. And so this is like 2 nights worth of dishes. And as you'll see, we also just throw in the pots and pans. So let me show you what it looks like once we run the cycle. Here is the dishwasher, fully clean and washed. And as you can see, look at we stack it. So basically you can see it's like a couple layers, and in the instructions it says not to do this, but you know what, sometimes we just gotta run it all. So we do, and you know what, the dishes come out so sparkling clean, and I will give you a tip on how to make sure of that. And then also down here, we do end up throwing in the pots and pans a lot, and the utensils. I'll give you a lot of tips as well on how to place the utensils to kind of maximize your load, and also just some general tips on making your dishes come out perfectly. So I'm gonna unload this and I'll be right back to show you more. Hey guys, we are back. So I just unloaded the dishwasher and I wanted to show you a few cool features about this dishwasher that we love. So the LG dishwasher comes with this owner's manual in multiple languages. This one is an LDF 554 pound, and I will put the model information there. There's also this little quick reference guide with a little section you can stick on your dishwasher, maybe more for a public place or commercial property, but just kind of the quick tips and different cycles you can run. So I like having this, just keep them together with your manuals. And going down here, so the buttons are actually across on the front side. I know there are some dishwashers with buttons on the top. It also has Smart Think, which is an LG thing. I could not download it because it's for Android, so hopefully they fix that so people with Apple iPhones can also enjoy being able to control some of your settings through the app. So we've got a power button, auto, heavy, delicate, normal, turbo, download cycle, rinse aid indicator, lock, night dry, dual zone, half load, energy saver, high temp, extra dry, delay start, and here's your primary start button. Up here in the asterisk, extra function, hold for 3 seconds, and that's where everything you see is star here, night dry, cancel, express, rinse, and machine clean. That feature is awesome, by the way. You're just gonna hold it for 3 seconds and it'll activate it. And I'll run it for you after we've loaded a little bit and you can see exactly what that's about. So it says here that it's using an inverter direct drive motor, 10-year warranty, hopefully. This has been with us about 2 years and it's been great. So open it up, really easy, like magnetic clasp. And then here you've got you just put a pod in there and then you snap it closed. And then here's where you put your rinse aid. Super easy. I love that it tells me when this is running out on the front like I showed you, so you can just refill it. So this is just after it's been run. The bottom has these little prongs that you can move down if, for example, you're washing a lot more pots or something. I like to, usually we just have bowls and plates and pots and stuff, but it all fits on here. And then you've got a removable utensil tray, and you can also push these down, and I'll show you in the instructions. They mention how to put the utensils, but we just leave them up. And I load them with obviously knives down, forks and spoons up, and then here's the top rack. Glides out super easy. Can hold a lot of weight. And yeah, and I don't know if a lot of people don't know this. Let me grab a cup. But when you load dishes, you want to load them not in with the prongs on, like on top of the prongs. You want to use these areas in between to put your cups. Okay? And then another quick tip I wanted to show you though real fast. So these are adjustable. So let's say, see the clearance here? Let's say you don't need that much clearance, but you need more clearance down below. You're gonna just with 2 hands, pop this up and it goes up and down super easily. Let me see if I can show you because I have this on a tripod. So 2 fingers, there's a little button here, push down. And you have plenty of space up here if that's what you need it for. And then you'll have less, obviously less space down there. And then you put it back up, and there you go. And it looks like these kind of have the little prongs that go down as well. So that's kind of cool and adjustable. I love that. So in regards to loading your plates and dishes, they don't recommend that you just line everything in the same direction. It actually says that you need to be facing them towards each other. So kind of like think of an invisible line, and you're putting your dishes facing each other. Same thing for the bowls. So let me show you in the manual. There's a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So this is kind of the picture they talk about how you load the upper rack. Look at how organized this person has. The same kind of cups and bowls. I do not. I have a mix mash of bowls and plates. And then the lower rack. So here's some pots, and then there's also a cool picture. Oh yeah, just different configurations. No big deal, but kind of learned a lot. Oh, this is what I was talking about. The utensil tray. So there are these little slots, and I have done it before where they're all standing perfectly like that. But honestly, everything comes out so clean. It just doesn't, it's not worth it to me to spend time to put them into the little slots. So I just put them in as is, and plenty of room to put things like little popsicle plastic nubs, if you have kids that have a lot of their own utensils, things like that. And then, so those were a couple features that I really liked, from these prongs that come down to just this, and having the option to better secure your utensils and wash them individually. And then of course having the rinse aid feature. So I'm gonna dive right into these buttons and what they all do and how you can make it work for you in your kitchen. Okay, we're diving right into the different buttons that are on the front of this LG dishwasher. And we're gonna start with this first side. So there's always, you gotta start with the power button, otherwise nothing activates without the power. And it's not per se a button, it's just a touch. So when my little guy tries to help do the chores, I have to explain to him, you just literally need to like tap it with your finger. So this is where it defaults, is what you had before. And if you focus on this digital time that's flashing, that'll let you know how many hours and minutes it's gonna run. So our typical run cycle is normal, and it runs for 2 hours and 28 minutes. And right now it's telling me that the lock is on. So I'm gonna unlock that here, and I talked to you about this extra feature. If you need to activate any of the extra functions, you're gonna just hold it for 3 seconds. So for the control lock, it's actually 2 buttons. You push 2, 3, and there, that control lock light disappeared. I like to put control lock because I do a lot of meal prep standing right here, and I always end up bumping into this, and it's a problem. So I always make sure the kids know, the family knows, just lock it. Another thing is, so this is a rinse. So basically that is what I normally do. This thing right here, if you can see that, is a night dry. So I love to put night dry on because we do typically run the dishwasher after in the evening, and then all night long the fan is going to circulate and dry that air and help dry the dishes basically. So if we go through each of these, I want you guys to know what they are in case you need to use that feature for your situation. But yeah, the normal, night dry, lock, and then start, and that's what we normally use. The auto is basically the dishwasher apparently knows the load size, it senses it, and it also determines how much soil is on your dishes, and it optimizes the cycle to achieve the best cleaning. Okay, so I haven't tried that yet. I'm curious to see how many minutes. Okay, so it's a running 10 minutes less than my normal. I might try that tonight. Heavy. So heavy is almost 3 hours. Use this cycle for heavily soiled and hard to clean dishes. So I have used that for like Thanksgiving dinner, or just when I didn't really do a great job rinsing. And what I found here is you need to rinse your dishes, but you do still need to leave particles on the dishes so that your dish detergent has some work it needs to do. And that is what the LG installer told me, to not clean your dishes super well. And he also recommended a special dishwashing detergent, a certain brand, which I'll show you guys in a minute. So the 3-second hold on this one is machine clean. So just like a self-cleaning oven, this thing can clean itself, and I love to use this about every 5 to 10 loads. So it depends. If you starts to look a little like hard water stains, I will run the machine clean with just a bowl of vinegar on the top rack, and it does a beautiful job. The next one is delicate. So delicate you would use obviously if you were doing a load of your wine glasses or some special china or something that you just want to take an extra care for. We talked about normal, and then moving on to turbo. It's a short and powerful cycle for washing only. So I guess if you don't need it with soap and everything, it's just gonna power wash your dishes. So that's turbo. Download cycle is what I was telling you about. If you have that Wi-Fi connection with your Android, again, I couldn't get this to work with my iPhone. Moving on to the next section, and I will highlight these two. This is that rinse aid button again, if I can remind you. And then moving on to here, we talked about the lock feature, and then the night dry feature. And then moving on to dual zone. So the dual zone allows you to set the spray intensity to soft for the upper spray arm and strong for the lower spray arm. So that's dual zone here. Let's see how many minutes that is. It's the same 252 there. So I guess you can probably use dual zone for any of these different cycles. So again, a lighter spray on the top and then a stronger spray on the lower arm. And then half load washes intensively by selecting the upper or lower racks. So half load. And then a little arrow popped up here. So you can do a half load. Let's say you only loaded the top. You only did all your mugs, coffee mugs. That would be that, or you can kind of push it again and it would go clean only the bottom. So only one of the spray arms. Energy saver, I do like to use as well. So let me turn off half load and we'll go energy saver. So energy saver, which is interesting, I'll do normal. Energy saver is actually a longer cycle than the normal. So the normal is 228, but for some reason the energy saver is 250, and in the manual it tells you even though it runs longer, it's using a lot less water and energy. So you'll have to read the manual, find out which one is best for you, but it doesn't clean it any different. It just cleans it for longer, but the dishes still come out great. High temp raises the main wash temperature to improve cleaning. So high temp is again awesome for pots or heavy duty stuff. You just need to get that stuff off and let your dishwasher do that work, right? Probably uses super hot water. And then extra dry we use sometimes if I need to get the dishes out like straight away. So just push extra dry. So let me keep this energy saver and extra dry. So extra dry obviously adds a little bit more time there, but you've got your dishes dry fast. And this dries dishes really well. So I mean, our dishes come out, maybe sometimes there'll be a little residual water, but for the most part with the night dry, comes out super dry, ready to unload and on to your next load. Delay start is great. So sometimes at night, if I know I might have a few extra dessert ice cream bowls going in there, I'm gonna press delay start and then I can adjust how much delay. So 1 hour, and make it run in another hour up to so that's it. So delay start up to 12 hours. And then as you can see, it's blinking. So it's telling you press me. So even with delay start, you're gonna be pushing start and then it just won't run for however many hours you picked. While it's resetting, I wanted to show you what that guy recommended, the installer. And he said to use this, I'm sure you're familiar, Cascade. So this one is awesome. There's different ones, but this is basically the one that works really well. And we always pop it, let it set in the compartment facing up. We have, when we face it down, it does kind of tend to stick onto the compartment and it doesn't get released during your wash. So let's check this out. Where are we at? So now it's reset. Let me show you. So here's the compartment. And what I like to do is just set it in like that. So face up and then just slide it and it locks. And then a couple things I wanted to show you in here were these spinning. So there's a little spinner here. And oftentimes if you load like too high, obviously the spray arm's gonna get stuck. It doesn't do anything, it still runs your load. But highly recommend you make sure you cleared that spray arm so that you're getting a super good wash. And then another thing is, for additional maintenance and long-term care of your dishwasher, you want to clean this out often. So see how this cross if you get to the wide side, not the narrow side like here, but the wide side here, you can very easily unclick this thing, pull it out, and clean it. So what I do is I just lift this whole thing out and I clean the insides. And it's not bad if you do it often. And then literally just right up, and you'll hear that snap and you're good to go. So for maintenance, don't forget, clean this out often. Make sure there's no gunk on these like sprayer tips. I've never found any, so I just keep an eye on that. And then other maintenance is basically that vinegar bowl that you're gonna put up here about every 5 to 10 loads, or however often you can get to it. And then you're gonna do that machine wash, machine clean feature right here. So that's what I recommend. And then to clean this, I basically don't do much. I just use my microfiber cloth and either some vinegar or a pledge solution for stainless steel. Again, this is black stainless steel, matches a couple other appliances in our kitchen. And yeah, that's about it. So this is the LG dishwasher. Super happy about it. If you have any other questions, let me know. And of course, make sure to subscribe and comment if you want to see more appliance reviews like this, or just reviews in general. So let's run this. Keen is going to help me. Okay, Keen, do you remember how to do it? Remember, it's just a touch, not a button, right?
Yeah.
And then we usually do normal, but for some reason the time is more. So what did we push over here? Okay, you're going to push extra dry. You're going to turn that off. The lit up button here, babe. Just a gentle tap, yep. And 228, that's what we want. So go ahead and press start. And we're gonna listen to how loud this machine is. Don't touch anything. Okay, this is why I do control lock, because I'm afraid someone's gonna hit it and mess up my dishwasher cycle. Have you ever done control lock? Okay, so when I pushed it, you see the CL, and then you'll see it, the lock symbol light up. So we're good to go. See how quiet it is? You can barely hear it. I love my dishwasher. Do you guys love your dishwashers?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we listen for that. And one more tip, I want to make sure that you guys know your dishwashers are connected to your garbage disposals. That's where the water output goes. So basically, make sure you run your garbage disposal really clear before you run your dishwasher every time, okay? Otherwise, you can get some clogs, and then you'll have maybe the air gap should just have air. Yeah, our delicious pineapple. We're ready to cut into that. So here it goes. See, it's counting down. So it was at 228, and then at the very end it'll say END for end, and then we know I leave it there because I know my night dry is running, and that's it. I don't have to stand over the sink and do dishes. Mommy's happy about that. I hope that this review helped you decide whether you're gonna get an LG or something else. This video is not sponsored. I just happen to have an LG fridge, the LG dishwasher, and the LG oven. I think they were just priced right for us. So that's why we have all the LG appliances, and we love them. They've been great to us. So just wanted to share some features and tips that have really helped me with this dishwasher and keeping it hopefully for lifetime. We'll see. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.